Yes, can I help you?
My car broke down, and I just need to use your phone because I'm lost.
Oh, the master would not approve. The master would not approve.
So, no phone?
Yeah, the master doesn't approve of phones or guests.
So...
Follow me. Come this way.
Manos, primal god of darkness, as thou hast agreed, so have I done. The hands of fate have doomed this dog. Thy will is done.
Master, there's a creepy woman here to see you.
Bring her to me.
I just wanted to use the phone. Sweet.
No long distance.
Whatever.
Hey, this is 31 Days of Horror. I'm Stephen Gillum. I have my special guest here today.
Susan Poe?
Who are you married to, Torgo?
I am. It's a shame, really.
Also known as
Eric Poe.
Eric Poe. So, what do we watch?
We watched Manos, Hands of Fate.
Manos, The Hands of Fate came out in 1966. It was directed by Harold P. Warren, who also wrote it. Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Yeah.
All right, this is your first time seeing Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Yeah. Okay, well, so a little bit of background about me. I don't watch horror movies.
Still don't.
Yeah, I still haven't really seen very many. So at your recommendation, I watched it, kind of confused, but I made some notes. As I was watching it, I thought, I was like, well, it's a nice drive scene, but what's up with their voices?
Mommy, I'm cold.
Okay, Debbie, I'll put the top up.
Never mind.
Because that was weird. I mean, kids don't sound like that.
In the 60s.
Ever? I'm like, so they're just tooling along, and they're driving, and they're driving, and they're driving forever. There's no map. Nobody's got a map. They're like, oh, you know, I'm pretty sure I know where this place is. And
They're
then
going on vacation.
They leave the highway in favor of this dusty, ungraveled, I don't know, cow path. Who does that? And why didn't the town people know about it?
Sure.
That kind of bothered me as well.
The locals, the smoochers.
Yeah, that made no sense. I mean, honestly, I was a teenager once, and I don't understand how they could spend all day long drinking and smooching in a
That's
car.
a lot of smooching.
And never get their shirts off. I'm like, really?
Oh.
What? Something else that bothered me. So then they pull up to the house,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, hey, let's continue around the driveway. And then we all get out of the car and find out, no.
Yeah.
Oh, but the creepy guy, I was like, okay, here we are. This is it.
It's my hero.
This is it. Honestly, he was the best actor in the whole film. Oh my gosh.
He was on drugs.
Well, that might be why. Okay, so
Do you remember the Torgo theme?
I don't know.
That haunts my dreams.
Oh, and then so they supposedly get all scared because there's like this howling.
Oh my God. Mike, what was that?
It didn't really sound like howling to me. That was more convincing. Yeah. Oh, and then it's like they go inside. It's broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 minutes later, it's absolutely pitch black. I didn't like that. Oh, and that, I don't know. I've got kids. They've never sat still like that. Ever.
Well,
They're
she had-
grown now.
she
They
had
still don't
dog.
sit still like that. So maybe she was on drugs too.
What was the
I
name of the
don't know.
dog?
The dog? Oh, was it Perry?
My God, Mike, what happened?
He's dead. Peppy's been killed.
Just nobody names their dogs that. So the creepy guy comes in and he's like pawing on her and she's like, I'm just gonna stand here and take it. No, I didn't like that either. Oh,
Torgo
and
was
I
smooth.
appreciated the obligatory peeping Tom. That certainly, that was necessary.
How do you do it?
Yeah. He goes around and he's checking out the guy laying out on the sarcophagus, and they're all the women tied up. And I'm like, is this supposed to be like creepy, scary, whatever? And then the guy gets up and he's like, oh, with the drapey and the weird, and I'm like, okay, I'm not scared yet.
It's because he's wearing sandals.
Oh. All right. Oh, the fight scene.
Ooh.
I actually thought that was pretty well choreographed.
That might have been the point of the movie.
Yeah.
He was like, how can I make a movie around this scene?
Yeah, so maybe I wouldn't have gone that route, but okay. Yeah, oh, actually my note says, seriously, a cat fight? Whatever, probably the best part of the movie. Oh, and then so my notes say, yay, Mike is saved. Because one of the wives went to go untie him.
Uh-huh.
And
Mike the
no,
father.
then it got creepier because, yeah. So he has to save himself, and then it just got stupid after that. And I'm like, I just don't know what's going on here.
So they were gonna kill Mike and his family. And they're like, man, yes.
Yeah.
Women, no. Right? I think it was the banter.
Well,
The man, yes. The child, no. Maybe she's right. Maybe we should spare the child.
I think the reason why the women got into the fight was because they wanted to kill the girl and the man. But then the one was like, oh, but she's just a baby. She'll grow up and become one of us. And they're like, oh, heck no, we're going to kill her. Because I think they just wanted to kill people.
Woman, yes. Child, no.
But then, so they killed the creepy guy.
Torgo.
The women killed the creepy guy by massaging him to death. I mean, that's my guess. That's what
Well,
it
he
looked
was
like.
brutally beaten down.
It was kind of rubbing him to death. I was like, that's just taking that cliche to a whole new level.
But he wasn't ultimately defeated until the master came in.
Well, you assume that.
Burned his hand off. I think he just ran off into the dark.
Well, there was that like stump. He was waving around the hand, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not feeling it.
The master loved it. He was laughing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it was a very confusing film because I went into it with some expectations, and none of them were fulfilled.
We saw this on Blu-ray, like the new remastered
Yes,
Blu-ray
yes.
cut.
And I guess maybe I should be grateful for that. It was billed as a scary movie. Now, in my life, I have seen Serpent and the Rainbow, Sleepaway Camp, 28 Days Later, and
Which
Zootopia.
you thought was a sequel to.
I did. I thought it was a sequel to a Sandra Bullock rom-com. I was unpleasantly surprised that she had, traded drugs for zombies. But okay. Yeah. So I had some previous experience with some horror. So when this was a horror movie, I was prepared to be scared, and I was so confused. It was so confusing.
Do you know what Manos means in Spanish?
Hand.
So,
Yeah,
hand
hand
of fate.
fate. I don't know. I've never made a film, so I don't really know what goes into it in with the script writing and cinematography and all that. I thought some of the shots were good. Some of them were out of focus. Some of them were really well done. But still, the pacing was weird.
Now, I'd read on the internet the reason it's cut so fast, I guess, or like you could only record, I think, 30 seconds at a time, and then you have to put in another
Wow.
reel of film, or I guess roll of film. So that was one of the things that caused what it is today.
Technology's awesome.
This was, I think, the director's first movie, and he did it, I think, out of he's like, I can make a horror movie, and they're like, all right, we'll do it, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Well,
So for that, I can kind of
Well, if it was a first go, yeah, I could see that would be all right.
At a
Because
time-
I've seen some pretty bad stuff for people who've done stuff on a regular basis. But yeah, so having said that, I guess it wasn't so bad.
This
but
guy could have been like the Wages of Sin of like the 60s.
No. No, you guys do all right. But I mean, I don't know. I guess there could have been like more gratuitous bloodshot. And they shot the dog.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, who does that? I know.
They're an evil cult. The man
Totally
is,
evil.
He is the Lord of Darkness.
No men, no dogs. What are they doing?
Now you know they're making a sequel.
Do they really need to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have supported it. But yeah, it looks like a good campy fun thing. I think they are taking everything that was interesting about the old one and now like celebrating.
So, like, more than one cat fight. That'll be awesome.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. I've seen some photos on the Facebook, and there's like several brides. Looks like a good.
Couple of gratuitous peeping Tom shots.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a new Torgo. I mean, my favorite character.
Well, didn't they turn Mike into the new Torgo
That's right.
at the
he
end?
was.
Yeah.
I am Michael. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Yeah,
he was the new Torgo.
Yeah, hypnotizing him with the hand.
Maybe the old one can come back and maybe fight him for the spot.
I don't know. He lost his hand after he got massaged to death, so
If you're missing a hand in a cult that kind of
worships the hand.
yeah,
That's not going to work.
yeah, you don't have a hand up on the competition.
No. Maybe we can give him a hand.
There you go.
All right, so I made you a Manos Hand of Fate.
Yes.
It was interesting. I do
You
costuming.
made two.
But yes, we have
Little Gil is
Lil
back
Gil
here
hanging out here with us.
with his prototype.
Yep, that was the
Little
prototype.
Master.
Wearing my hands. But I don't normally just wing stuff, so creating the pattern for the hand was kind of hard. It required a lot of tape.
Look at that.
So that's my hand all blown up.
Did you like make a little copy and like project it?
Actually, no, I laid it out, put my hand in it, and then did my best.
Oh, just kind of like
Yep,
drew larger.
yep. So, and then I just used a sheet.
Some fabric you can get at
Yep.
your local
Any
fabric
big
store.
box retailer, and never go by the sizes that they have on the fabric on the packaging because they lie. And then this is material that I use to make quilts.
Oh,
So it's completely washable.
very nice. And this is all sewn, hand
Yep.
sewn, and I am told you did this relatively quickly.
Yes, it took about 3 hours. So
There you go. And that is nice stitching.
thanks.
I did home ec and I did a pillow, and it did not look like this.
Well,
It was kind of.
you probably took home ec for the cooking portion.
I mean, it's fun class.
Yeah.
Well, very cool.
All right.
Hopefully, maybe some of our viewers will make their own Manos costume,
I'd like to see that.
or maybe their own Torgo costume.
Torgo's awesome. It's a little easier than the hands, but do what you do.
Are you familiar with our rating scale?
I had it explained to me a little bit. I'm not really sure which way I would go with this because I really don't feel like I have a good basis for reference. What's a really good horror movie versus what's a really bad.
Just how you personally feel about it. So we have our poop scale. Like if movies that are kind of crappy, and if you didn't like it, you give it 1 poop. If you really liked it, you give it 5 poops.
Well,
and if it's a good movie, you
I'm kind of conflicted now. I mean, if this is a first time effort for somebody
sure,
and it actually got released
yeah.
in at least 3 theaters, 2 drive-ins and a proper indoor theater, it's kind of hard to say it's really crappy.
I think it really took off in the 90s when Mystery Science Theater 3000
Well, yeah.
did it. And like that's the
Yeah.
first time I saw it. And
Well, and their treatment of it was actually really funny. So, and I was actually tempted to do that instead of doing the hands, but to do the outline of the guy sitting in the theater. But I'm really not that talented. It was, it's a struggle just to draw my hand. So, well, this is definitely a 1 if it's if it's on the star rating,
Okay.
because it wasn't good.
Right.
It wasn't good.
Give it a poop rating.
I don't know, like a 2.
2 poops.
Because I'm pretty sure that sometime in my life I might actually see something that's worse.
Oh. I am going to rate this 5 Torgos.
Sweet.
I love Manos, The Hands of Fate. I knew it was like on the top 100 bottom films of all time, but for me, it's like I can watch this all the time. I enjoy it.
Well, you certainly can watch it and not have to worry about offending anybody.
I think that wraps it up. Manos, The Hands of Fate. Check it out. And we'll see you next time.